I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for the visa. Pulling up know the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Thought you went out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models are. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my, me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never I left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks. About the build-up, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
26.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And James has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now a pitch out to Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. On play action, Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 626. Hey.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Rodgers again now. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurry up, here we go!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. First down carry here for Johnson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to be. They'll give it to Chubb. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319. 319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's Williams. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Able to get away. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Over!
They run again with Hyde on first. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Second down, Mayfield. He dumps it to Hyde. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Over!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Over! All right, now look at 56.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
But the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rodgers going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that takes us from second to third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Green.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. Throwing right, and that's complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. James has got it. Complete. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. On second down, here's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now it's the backup Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Mayfield on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon from 10 yards out. And the Browns are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he spins through.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now he's flushed out left. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Zach Line with it, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. He is going to find Hill here. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. One final try now for Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. Martavis Bryant. Touchdown, Packers. Martavis Bryant, 77 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey.